it's Samantha, and today I'm going to show you guys a quick project that could be a no-sew project. I'm going to be making them no-sew from now on, but I did try sewing the ends of this. And this is just something I whipped up because Olivia can pull those plastic links apart and she likes to throw things. So I'm trying to make some things so I can attach her toys to a shopping cart. It will only be used under complete adult supervision, so definitely, don't tie something like this to a crib or a place where the baby could put this around their neck at some point. I'm going to be standing right there with her the whole time she's using this. It's just so that I can make sure that she's not throwing her things on the ground repeatedly, since she can get those links off. So it's just to hold toys or her passy or whatever else she's going to be playing with on the shopping cart. And so I made this. It could be a no-sew project. I ended up sewing the end of this one just to try it out. I just didn't like the way it looked. It was kind of tedious trying to get this under my sewing machine foot. So you could definitely, sew the ends like that. But what I did for this end was I just burned the end with a lighter. I just have one of these, lighter things to use. And I just burned the end, and that fastens it enough that it's not going to start fraying at the end. So I just have a piece of this 5/8 of an inch grosgrain ribbon. You could use any ribbon you want. I'm going to be making quite a few of these because I think they're cute and I want to have plenty of them so that if it gets nasty I can just throw them in the washing machine or throw them away if they're too nasty. But I even got this ribbon. It's just some frozen Olaf ribbon that I plan on using for some of these. Hopefully you can see that it is plastic. Sorry about the lighting. I'm just doing this while my husband's playing with Olivia. I've got this cute little frozen ribbon that I can use for some of these, and I think they're really, really cute. So I'm just going to make a couple of these. All I did was, sealed off the ends somehow and then made some snaps. And I didn't even measure these. I just kind of eyeballed these, and I put 2 of the snaps so I could make it adjustable if I have something that is a bigger loop or a smaller loop. So this part would be connected to the shopping cart or whatever, and then this side is a smaller loop. I should have spread this one out a little bit more, but this can connect to a loop on her toy or those little tie parts on the toy where you're supposed to connect the links. I figure I could just lace that part through. Hopefully it would work. But I would do this one further apart in the future. This was actually just my test button and I decided to keep it because I liked it. I didn't want to waste buttons. Now I did this a little bit backwards. All of my caps of my buttons are not on the same side of this piece of ribbon, but that's totally okay. I can still totally use that. So I'm just going to show you guys what I did. I got a pack of these plastic snaps. I've got white. I also have some hot pink ones. I'm going to be making a bunch of these. I thought they'd be good little gifts for a couple of friends. So all I did was I have my little tool here for the snaps. These are called snap pliers and they're made just for this. It came with a bunch of little tool things for different size snaps, and the one that's on here is actually a good size for what I'm doing. So what I did was I just sealed the ends or seamed them up. So I'm going to get my lighter going and just quickly run that under there just to seal it off. Does not take long at all, and in fact if you do stick it under too long you will catch it on fire. I have done that before. So I just seal that in, and then I'm going to work on my snap. So what you do is you just poke the little tool through the ribbon. Be careful, it is sharp. So that's where my snap is going to go, and then you stick in the pointy part. And then I want this part to be the sticky outy snap part. There's 2 different parts that can connect to the cover. So this is what both of the parts look like. So there is an outie and an innie. I'm going to make this part the outie. Stick that down. And you do need to be careful. This inner part is sharp, that little pokey part. We'll zoom in a little bit. So that that inner part is definitely pokey. You want to watch out for that little thing. I did poke my finger with that. And then you just line the cap up on your pliers. So you just want to center it and then smash it. And sometimes I line them up good and sometimes I don't. You just give it a really firm squeeze. And then it squishes down that middle part. But as you can see, hopefully, my middle part is not completely squished down. It's got a little bit of the sticking up part left. I don't want that, so I have an X-Acto knife and I just kind of go in there and slice that extra bit off. I just go in there and I slice that little bit off with my X-Acto knife, watching out for my fingers just so it's not sticking up and pokey. And then for my next snap, I want to have it further down, so maybe like right here. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Poke in my little tool. I want it to be this way, so I want my cap to be the same side of the ribbon as the other one. Put my cap. And then the outie piece goes on this side. Again, watch out for your fingers because that thing is quite sharp. All right, so I'm going to line this one up. It helps if you line up the pokey thing with the center of that metal part that's coming up. But sometimes I just don't get it lined up really nicely. So that's why that little piece comes through. But I'm going to try to line it up as best as I can and give it a really good squeeze. See, and that one didn't line up that great either. So my first couple lined up pretty good, and then I've had this issue where they don't line up the greatest, but I can always slice that piece off and then it works just fine. And there is my snap. So then I've got my loop, and it'll take a while for Olivia to get to where she can manipulate this enough to open it, so I'm hoping this will buy me some time so she doesn't throw the toys all over the place. So I just did that on both sides of this piece of ribbon, and I'll do the same thing with this piece. I forgot to say, this piece of ribbon is about 20 inches. You can make them as short or as long as you need, but I wanted to have plenty of room to where she could stick a toy in her mouth still. She's still, you know, teething and wanting to stick everything in her mouth. So I thought it would be plenty long enough for her. So sorry this video is all over the place. I feel like I'm sleep deprived today, so I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully that gives you guys some ideas for how you can keep your baby or toddler from throwing some stuff out of a shopping cart or out of their stroller. I was thinking, you know, even I could loop this onto her sippy cup if her sippy cup has loops, and it'll prevent some drops. So I'm just really excited about this idea. I hope you guys enjoy it, and like I said, you have to have complete supervision if you're giving a baby anything like this that could be any kind of strangulation hazard. So that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you like DIY projects like this, and be sure to subscribe. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.